daily data and analytical data. Daily data and now this is the picture, the basic picture you need to understand. And we call this as OLTP, and we call this as OLAP, online front end, back end. And if IRCTC management, IRCTC front end is Java, back end is Oracle. If IRCTC management, they want to analyze this data, first of all, they need to store into a huge storage area. 1 year data they want to analyze, 1 year data it should have. 10 years data they want to analyze, it should have 10 years data. How come regularly they move data from this to this? Through a process called ETL process, which extracts, perform required operations and load into this. And we do it in 2 ways. Last class I said, one is code method, second one guy method. By writing PLSQL code, TSQL code, we can perform ETL operation. Or graphical tools like Informatica, Datascience, Ab initio, Pentaho, Talend. These kind of ETL tools you can use to perform these operations. Tool or code to implement ETL. If you observe, night 11:30, IRCTC application stopped its processing. Usually it stops its processing, night 11:30. 11:30 to 12:20. That is the time the data retrieved from IRCTC and moved into huge storage. The huge storage is warehouse. If you keep rice packets, rice warehouse. Wheat packets, wheat warehouse. Now you are storing data, so this is called as database. And just data gathering happen here. What will happen? Data gathering. Whereas the gathered data, you want to convert into decision making way, then you require a layer called semantic layer. Which layer? Meaningful. Some people say like analytical, but don't use the word analytical. Semantic. So normal data into meaningful data. PNR number, starting station, ending station, it's not giving any meaning. But whereas the trains having full demand, trains having no demand, giving a proper meaning. So that kind of data is called meaningful data and happens through semantic layer. And reporting layer takes the data and presents to visuals in the form of chart, matrix, list, extra formats if you present. Then only the management team can take effective decisions. Executives, vice presidents, managing directors, CEOs, these all come under management team. These all come under, so they can take effective decisions based on the presented data. So your business, from your business, you want to construct a good analytical system, automated analytical system, then you need minimally one ETL layer, one semantic layer, one reporting layer. Minimum 3 layers. Even when this process was introduced, 93 it was introduced. When it was introduced, almost all the companies use ETL, semantic, reporting components. But in the year 2000, they faced some issues. The issues are with respect to quality. The issues are with respect to data management and objects management. Now many companies started working on quality components creation, data management creation. That is why quality layer and here metadata layer, one more layer, they came into the picture. Quality layer ensure quality before loading through ETL. What kind of operations it perform? It perform profiling. It perform cleansing. It perform scrubbing. So quality layer perform profiling, cleansing, and scrubbing. 3 operations. And here metadata layer, which manages warehouse objects. What are the tables available and what kind of structures available? Those are all well managed here. So strictly speaking now, if you want to construct a full-fledged analytical system, 5 layers required. Quality layer, ETL layer, warehouse is okay, semantic layer, reporting layer. Quality, ETL, semantic reporting along with that metadata. And only one company. So these ETL reporting tools available since 93. Informatica was the first ETL released in the market. First ETL 93. 94 mid data stage ETL released. And Cognos reporting tool released around 95. So all the companies released individual component support in the respective areas. And Microsoft decided, no. It's a very complex implementation for the companies. If they want to have BA system, US organizations, small organization, medium organization. But still, if you want a BA system, you need to have one ETL team, one reporting team, one semantic team, and 3 setups required, 3 different kinds of arrangement. How come you bear as a small company or medium organization? And it's tough to get resources also. And the components price also high. So Microsoft decided to provide a wonderful flexibility for small people, small organizations and medium organizations. Even they want to attract top organizations. So they released Microsoft Business Intelligence. Only Microsoft has this name, Microsoft Business Intelligence. If you look at this, Informatica, company name and tool name same. Data stays, company name, tool name same. But nowhere you are finding BI, except here. The reason, we have here SSIS, we have here SSAS, we have here SSRS, SQL Server Integration Services as ETL, SQL Server Analysis Services as semantic, SQL Server Reporting Service as reporting. 3 tools in the 3 areas. And one more area, one more component, data quality. And one more component, MDS. MDS. So 5 components in the 5 areas. 5 components in the 5 areas. That is why they proudly launched Microsoft Business Intelligence. Then what it is? It is a suite. It is a suite which has all the 5 components to implement end-to-end BA operation. Along with that, it has capability to perform traditional reporting and traditional data transfer. This is traditional data transfer, this is traditional reporting. Traditional data transfer, traditional reporting. So if somebody asks you, where do we use Microsoft BA? Tell them, MSBA is a specially designed suite for end-to-end BA operations. And it has capability for standard reporting, standard data transfer. If you go to India, rural areas and small towns, you will find BA opportunities, not for the business intelligence, not to construct analytical system, and the BA opportunities to implement data reporting, data transfer. Assam, Chandigarh, Rajasthan, many of our students joined there. They are doing data transferring between the systems and data presentation from .NET, Java, etc. Not for BA. If you join in top companies and medium, above medium companies, they highly use MSBA for this operation. So these 2 are the ongoing process for MSBA. And recently, in 2016, they added some more support. That is unstructured data support and semi-structured data support. As part of it, we have R statistical language extension, Python extension. Python, you can write a Python code in our BA level. You can write an R language code in our BA level. And those 2 automatically install along with your software as well. Along with your software. We are going to provide in the software, they will find those 2 automatically. Clear? Next. Is this clear? Close. Single component also you can try. .NET plus IS and RS or MSB testing side. SQL Server Development plus MSBA, SQL Server DBA plus MSBA, and MSBA Freshers. And data warehousing ETL or reporting tool plus MSBA. And especially these opportunities you will find Australia and US, Australia, US, and Canada. These opportunities, and these are available. These are available. Solution specialist, designer role, architect role. These are available for more than 5 years. Currently, I'm working as a solution specialist for one company. I'm a working employee. I'm a working employee. I take classes only in the morning hours, in between 7 to 11. I have morning 3 batches for MSBA, 7 a.m. batch, 8 a.m. batch, 10 a.m. batch. And 9 o'clock batch is Powerbi batch. I'm good at BI. I'm good at data warehousing. I'm good at data modeling. Next. Data warehouse and BI layers and explanation. This is okay. Now, real-time architecture. And this was BBC customer end-to-end flow. BBC customers. BBC customers end-to-end flow. And this is external data. BBC customers external data. They are storing in Azure using Hadoop. They are handling separately. Unstructured data, external data. If you join in a company or if you go for interview, they will ask you, explain me end-to-end your data process. As a BA resource, you need to explain this complete part. We have unstructured data, satellite, Facebook, Twitter, and all. We are storing in Azure by using Hadoop and APIs. And we have unstructured content. We are storing in SharePoint level using content management protocol. We have structured data. The data we are storing in warehouse using SSIS. And we have semantic components. This is multidimensional component, and this is tabular component, tabular model. And we have reporting on top of this. Only on this, see this, Power BI reporting, RS reporting, ClickView reporting for desktop friendly, laptop friendly, mobile friendly. Desktop friendly, you need to explain. And I participated here or here or here, so and so. I explained components. I explained how companies use it. A bit bigger picture, you can concentrate. You can explain like this also. That is high level. The same picture, low level like this. This is used by the management team. Management team, desktop, laptop, mobile. And these are called source systems. Source systems. And these live systems, live data, actual business data, the data given to the management team by passing these many layers. That is why I use the word layered approach. Reporting is the last layer, and we call it as presentation. So Power BI, ClickView, and RS they are using, and they have their warehouse in this area. This is data warehouse. They're not loading directly into this. In my previous picture, the data directly loading into warehouse, but here they are not loading. They have multiple intermediate areas. These are called stage areas. Which areas? Stage areas. We call these as stage areas. And this is warehouse. Some data filtering we do. Some data operations we do, and then move into this. Later your semantic components. Tabular model. What is tabular model? I will tell you later. And then reporting components to present it. And you're not the resource in the company to do end-to-end operations. If you show your interest for ETL, they will allow you for ETL operations, SSIS. If you show your interest for reporting, they will allow you for reporting. If you show your interest for analysis of semantic operation, they will allow you to do this. Are you clear? But ultimately, you belong to a role called MSBA, suite, or stack, or pack, or tools developer. Don't use the word tool. Tool is wrong. And don't add with MSBA programming language, MSBA application, MSBA CRM, MSBA ERP. These are all wrong terminologies. The right are? Good. Next. So this is end-to-end diagram. Now come down to the competitive features. What are the competitive features we have? First one, it has flexibility for end-to-end solution providing. We have ETL solution, semantic solution, reporting, quality. This is old material. And the latest material, you will find one more called metadata management. Even when you discuss with your friends, they will tell you learn ISRS, ASRS, or ISASRS. But rarely people speak quality and metadata. I'm a working employee, I'm working on metadata like anything with my experience. MDS, Master Data Services. So when you speak and you want to prove, like my student, tell them 5 layers. All the 5 components companies are using. All the 5 components they are using. I will show you also a picture where we are using MDS and all. Even the previous picture has that MDS. See guys, Master Data Management MDS. Sir, how do we manage? What it is? I will tell you in the classes clearly, don't worry. I'll make you perfect on that. Now, one suite is sufficient. The first one is end-to-end BI. Second one, single suite. Because all components it has. Low cost. Don't bother about this word. A low cost indicate easy installation, easy usage, easy management, full support to graphical, and available with normal price. Which price? Now, good support to Microsoft .NET, web services, Office, and our cloud operations, and many content management tools. It has very good support. Whereas other BA tools, they do not have this much of support. And on top of all, MSBA is a self-service BA component. Yes, as BA component. You may find an opportunity. We need SSBA professionals. And where they mention knowledge on ISRS compulsory. Now, what is self-service? Your MSBA is suitable for personal analysis, individual analysis. And for that, we have a component called Power Pivot. Power Pivot is a component which is suitable for personal analysis. I'm doing my personal analysis by using this. I construct an automated application, Power Pivot application. My monthly income, my monthly expenses of my family, I'm analyzing the Power Pivot. If you are interested to do, I will share the application with you without data. Even you can keep your data and analyze it. You can implement like a project. And team analysis, it will help you for small teams analysis. Teams and 20 members team, 50 members team. Mostly you will find the team analysis operations in UK. I worked with 8 projects and 6 projects from UK. Everyone is using this team analysis. That is possible through tabular model. Which model? Tabular model. And one more, corporate. Corporate companies, anyway, they can analyze it. For this, multi-dimensional model. Don't confuse. I know the technologies are new, but regularly we use the same. You can understand and continue happily. Now, personal analysis, team analysis, corporate analysis. Three types of analysis it's providing support. That is why this is called as self-service BI. Self-service BI. And self-service visualization tool is Power BI. Power BI is self-service visualization tool. And MS BI is self-service business intelligence tool. End-to-end you can do that. End-to-end you can. So in the complete market, only Microsoft has self-service features. And one more point I would like to bring here. The self-service help end users or business users or stakeholders or clients to generate their own reports. If you guide them, drag this visual, map this data, they can do it. Such kind of wonderful, easy flexibility we have in MSB and Power BI. Are you clear? Now come to history. MSB history. A small story I need to tell you. Quickly I will tell you. MSBA can also be called SQL Server BA. Interchangeably we use it. Microsoft's Business Intelligence or SQL Server BA. And this is different from Oracle BA. Oracle BA. Oracle BA is different, SQL Server BA is different, and MSB is different. Okay? Good. So Microsoft BA, SQL Server BA. And this is constructed on top of SQL Server features. And SQL Server has SQL functionality. So this is a hierarchy. SQL functionality used in SQL Server features used in SQL Server BA. And where they proudly launched like MSBA. Proudly launched like MSBA. Great. Now, come to SQL Server BA and MSBA. SQL. I'm concluding. SQL is a product of IBM, not Microsoft, not Oracle. It was invented in 1973. Invented in 73 SQL. And the first language is square language, regular expression language, or first form. IBM team introduced square language, regular expression language. Very tough to do, very tough to operate. That is why they introduced one more language, English query language, structured English query language. Then many countries objected, which English query language it is close to. There was a collision. So they realized and introduced a language called SQL, structured query language. This is the current language. Are you okay? Sir, why they name it like this? They named it because its structure is purely different from other languages. Look at C, C++, Java, close to each other. Even .NET also. The programming syntaxes, programming writing, close to each other. Whereas this SQL, completely different. Completely, it has a separate pattern, separate process, separate protocol. Clear? Okay. So 73 invented, and the first language is this, second language is this, and the current one is this. Why do we require? You did not ask me the question. This is required to provide communication between database elements. Between database elements, you want communication, SQL is compulsory. Except no SQL databases. Do you know? Databases which do not require SQL. Have you heard about it? Yes. So there are 4 to 5 databases nowadays available which do not require SQL. Especially they are used for unstructured data, semi-structured data handlings. Unstructured data, semi-structured data. And you heard about only SQL and structured databases like Oracle, SQL Server, DB2. But there are some databases which do not have, also which do not take SQL. structured processing. Those are MongoDB, DynamoDB, many more. Got it? So if you speak about SQL databases, immediately there will be a question. Tell me some of the non-SQL databases and NoSQL databases, MongoDB, DynamoDB. And our IS has capability, our Powerbi has capability to work with these NoSQL databases. So how do you work with it? That's a different story. So first one, SQL and NoSQL. Hope this point is clear. Now SQL extensions. Sir, I had like PLSQL, TSQL, what are those? SQL is ANSYS standardized in 86. Although IBM product ANSYS standardized 86. So if any database wants to provide communication, they should have minimal SQL for communication. On top of it, they can add anything. That adding is Oracle people added PLSQL. DB2 people added PL. And Microsoft people added TSQL. TSQL stands for Transact SQL. Transact SQL. Programming language SQL. Procedural language. And not only this, even MySQL team use PSM. Persistent stored module. Teradata people use Teradata SQL. These are all SQL extensions. SQL extensions and required for programming, branching, looping, these kind of operations. So PLSQL is different from TSQL, TSQL is different from PSM, PSM is different from Teradata SQL. So take mobiles. For communication, there are many mobiles available in the market. If all mobiles, point one. Second one, according to Telecom Regulatory Authority rules, all mobiles should follow some standards. Red button, green button, and message box, message centers, these are remain same in all mobiles. But still we have many mobile. Those mobiles to attract people with their extensive features. But according to TRI, the basic common rules are same. Basic common setup is same. And remaining setup varies between mobile to mobile. Mobile to mobile. The same way, database level. So if you know PLSQL, no need to learn TSQL. More or less same with their own syntaxes. Got it? You can claim like you are an SQL Server developer if you know SQL as well as TSQL. Next, SQL Server history. Who invented SQL Server? I know you are poor in this. Sybase invented SQL Server 87. EF Card defined RDBMS rules. 12 rules he defined. Card rules. Yes. So Sybase 87. Sybase Corporation introduced the SQL Server in 87. Initially, it was with Unix operating system and OS by 2. Microsoft joined with Sybase for SQL Server 3 version. Microsoft acquired SQL Server 5 in 95. From there, it is under Microsoft. Microsoft acquired in 95. Got the history? Now, there are many SQL Server versions. Many available, not one or two, many SQL versions. SQL Server 1, 2, the current one is SQL Server 7. Till SQL Server 7, no business intelligence. SQL Server 7 has a little business intelligence, that is data transfer. Data transferring available through DTS, data transformation services. Data transformation services. And they added partial BA in SQL Server 2000 version, which is equal to 8. Here, partial BA. We have DTS with extended support of ActiveX scripting, plus we have MSAS. Microsoft Analysis Services. Microsoft Analysis. And after 5 years, SQL Server 2005. There is a time period of 5 years. That is MSBA or SQL Server BA, which has components like SSIS, integration services, SQL Server integration services, SQL Server analysis, SQL Server reporting. It is not MSAS, MSIS, MSRS. They can keep if they want to keep, but still they are using SQL Server. The reason they are showing some gratitude to Sybase. SQL Server originated Sybase, so Microsoft planned to show some gratitude. That gratitude is SQL Server integrations. Very few people know about it. People feel like SQL Server is compulsory for ISASRs. No, no, no. In real time, we work with different databases. Is this clear? So these are components in 2005. The next versions are 8, MSB 2008. Next one, 2008 release 2. Here is the time they introduced MDS, Master Data Services. Master Data Services. That are 2012, 2014, 2016, 17. And come to this 12 level, they added DQS, quality component, the new component. And they added tabular model. They added power features. This extension only in 2013, Powerbi. Power features extension in 2013 is Powerbi. Commercialized version is Powerbi. Power features commercialized version is Powerbi 2013. Commercialized isolated version 14, 16. And correct. And, no, introduced in 2016, 12.
Well, itself directly as a separate product.
No. Powerbi is a separate product from Microsoft from 2013. Yes. Partly the features of Powerbi available in 2012. If they release only these features as a separate component, everyone will laugh at them. That is why they added some more features, some more services, and released like a Powerbi. Now, 2016 they added a new one introduced called Cozy Rock. A wonderful solution, Cozy Rock. Type in internet, you will come to know. It's not a separate component like ISASRS. Cozy Rock is a single package solution. I'll explain you how it simplifies your operations, integration operations in the real time. Before Cozy Rock, we were having 88 IS applications, IS packages in our project. After release of Cozy Rock, now we are having only one. Sir, what it does? That is latter part. Even you want to.
Is it an extension to the IS?
No, it's not an extension. It is an optimized solution to IS. IS in certain situations.
Also from Microsoft.
Microsoft and third-party vendor. That is I'm explaining separately. Are you clear? Great, guys. So I mentioned very clearly here. I'm going to close in another 5 minutes. Please have patience. Now, this is the history. Clearly I mentioned, go through that. And coming to installation requirements. How do you install it? The latest operating systems, RAM, hard disk, and process sufficient to install MSBA. But these two you keep in mind. First one, you want to install MSBA 2012, Windows 7, Service Pack 1 or above sufficient. Or minimum is Windows 7 Service Pack 1. RAM, hard disk, processor, normal as usual. And you want to install MSB, one more point. This is a single suite, single setup. Whereas 2014, we have two components. One is SQL Server, data tools, we pronounce as SSTT. And second one, SQL Server Management Studio. SSMS. SS, not visible, but okay. And this for this Windows 8 or above. So two different setups required to install 2014. Whereas 16, SSDT separate, SSMS separate, and Windows 10 required. Lower versions not suitable. Sir, I want to install 2017. SSDT separate, SSMS separate, and SSRS separate. Why, sir? If you confuse, ignore. Otherwise, please keep in mind these points. SSRS extension is Powerbi. RS 2012. SSRS 2012 has power features. That extension is Powerbi. In 2013, separate commercial release to commercialize it. Many companies said your features are extremely superb, and we are very happy with that. Then immediately Microsoft got cunning idea. Why shouldn't we release a separate service? Clear? So SSRS extension is Powerbi, and 2013 to till 2016, no development at SSRS level. Microsoft stopped enhancements in RS. They focus on only Powerbi. There are many critics. They asked Microsoft, you're too much. You haven't done any development to RS. You minimized it, and you keep on increasing Powerbi. Don't you think it's a wrong operation? Microsoft realized, no. We want to update SSRS as well. That is why, similar to Power BI, it has a separate release, separate installation. Now Power BI and RS close to each other. Till 2016, lot many differences, but 17 both close to each other. Look, feel, visualizations, all. But a couple of more features available in Power BI because it's a separate commercialized version. Couple of more features. But now if you consider the features of RS, these are extremely super separate. So this is a brief history about MSBI, various versions, as well as Power BI. Sir, what about in detail? In detail, you will get in the material. I'm going to share a material. There you will find the difference between 12 to 14, 14 to 16, C17. That what about older version? Yes, those also you will find it, 5, 8 and all in the material. Go through it. Reading here is not at all recommended. Next. Fine, sir. Where will I get the steps? Where will I get the steps? We have a website. Go to this website. Let me open. In this website, go to software links. So mine is not refreshed actually. Go to software links. There you will find the links to download. You can download it. And FAQs. So BA FAQs you will find here. Are you okay? Or you want to go to a blog? There's a blog called. Go there and you will find it. The installation steps, links, and everything. 2 areas. Clear? Next, sir, I installed. Then what are the components I will find and what are the components I use in the real time? I will start with that. This is Windows 10 machine. I installed 12 and 17 both. Sorry. This is 12. SQL 2012. And I have a component called SQL Server Data Tools. And I have 17. Some components. Many components you will find it. Windows 10. You can install multiple BA softwares. And I installed 12 and 17. And these are the components you are going to use regularly from tomorrow in our regular class. No more demos. In case you are interested, please follow the classes regularly. Yesterday and today's videos, I'm going to provide it to you. My classes are very detailed classes. Applications, then we go for ISSQ. You want to work with the databases, IS, AS, RS databases, then go for Management Studio. And you want to work with quality, this one, but rarely. And coming to application schedule, your application applications interactively operated using commands. And your application's performance you want to improve, then profile. Your experience is more, you got a chance to work with optimization process, performance improvement process, we go for this. One is to applications creation, manipulation. One is for databases management. One is for scheduling and interactive operations. And one is for this. With 2 years or 3 years of experience, you will work more and more on this. 4 or 5 years experience you are keeping, then these two you need to work. I will cover subject accordingly, don't worry, both mix. I will show you my system as well, my live system as well. I'll show you my live system. Now come to conclusion of today's